Fort Wayne, Indiana. Love it here. Grew up probably about 15 to 20 minutes in this area from outside this area. And here is the newest addition to my barbecue lineup. I get a lot of attention on this thing. It took me about 8 weeks to build it. I had no build plans. I basically was looking at other smokers online and kind of just built it off of what I was seeing. And then anytime I could throw a little trick in there, then I would kind of add something that had my own little touch to it. So I did a lot of the design on AutoCAD, and that was able to help me with my sizing of everything and my cutouts. When I made this, I initially was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make an offset stick burner, and I'm gonna do a straight direct flow offset stick burner. As I started researching, went down a few different rabbit holes and quickly realized that there were other options out there. I was seeing some reverse flow stuff, which I thought was really kind of intriguing. So I started doing a lot of reading on it. And what I ended up building is a kind of a hybrid smoker. It is a offset stick burner, 24-inch diameter, Schedule 40 firebox. So it's a 3/8 firewall thickness on the outside shell. It does have plates inside that are 5/8 thick for a little more thermal mass. The cooking chamber is also 24-inch stainless steel pipe. It's all stainless, the entire thing. Everything on this thing is stainless steel. So this is a Schedule 10 cooking chamber, which is a 1/4-inch wall thickness, which is really perfect. And I just kind of started tinkering around and got it to this size, and I went a little larger on my firebox. My firebox is 34 inches long. I built a longer firebox from what I read. Sometimes you get hot spots in this area, so I want to build my firebox a little bit larger to get the coals in the fire a little bit further away from the meat if I needed to. Or if I just needed the extra space, I have the extra space. This is set up right now for reverse flow. I do have tune plates inside of here, and I will give some up close looks here after a while to it. It can quickly become either a reverse flow, or with these tri-clamp ferrules, I can take these off, take the cap off this end, and hook up the chimney to the other end, put the cap on that end, take the tune plates out, and I'll essentially have a straight through flow barbecue pit. I have had one cook on this. I just brought this home after getting it finished a week ago, just after Memorial Day weekend, and I was able to do a pork butt, some ribs, and whole chickens on it, and they turned out really great. One thing I noticed instantly when I first brought this home and I seasoned it, I put a fire in it, and I thought, wow, this thing just really runs real steady. Temperatures hold extremely good, smooth. I can open the cook chamber up, you know, every half hour or so if I need to spritz the meat, and as soon as I close the lid, it instantly just goes right back up to temperature. So I'm real happy with the flow of it. I'm happy to help anyone out that has some questions about how I did things on this. This is truly a unique build here. I'm pretty fortunate. I have some close family that owns steel operations where I was able to get the steel, and then I fabricate for a living. So this was a little project I worked on after hours at the shop I work at, and I was able to build this on my own time. So it was kind of nice to be able to do something like this. There's a little more pride there knowing that I built it, designed it. I did have a little bit of help from some friends that I work with that just did a couple little things for me, but it was actually, they weren't just little things, it was really, in the grand scheme of things, pretty big. So shout out to the guys that did help me with some of this build, and that's about really all. I can go into more detail about this pit, but what I really wanted to do, I'm excited because last week was my first cook, had some great ribs that turned out on it. Like I said, some chicken, whole chickens I spatchcocked, and I did a pork butt. And what I did on that cook was I did everything salt and pepper, and I actually spritzed with pickle juice. I put the base binder down with pickle juice for my seasonings, and then I spritzed with pickle juice about every half hour to 40 minutes throughout the cook. Like I said, I use salt and pepper because I really just wanted to see how this thing smoked, the flavor I was going to get from it before I just kind of, before I put too much onto the meat spice-wise and stuff. I wanted to kind of let the smoke and the flavor shine through just to see how clean this thing burns and what my meat was going to turn out, if that makes any sense. So it was kind of the taste was really good. It was just very traditional, had a great smoke flavor to it. I was extremely happy with it. I am pretty happy right now because I picked up a 17-pound brisket that I'm going to be doing. It's a whole packer I picked up at Costco, and I also picked up a 3-pack of their St. Louis cut spare ribs. So I'll have the 3 slabs of ribs on there, the packer brisket, and I can't fire up the smoker and not put a whole chicken on. So of course I bought 2 whole chickens because they're real easy. You cook pretty quick, a few hours on the smoker, and you have a pretty tasty, pretty cheap, affordable meal. Like I said, my wife and I have 4 kids, 4 little boys, and they enjoy barbecue too. So we have to definitely throw in the chicken and stuff that's a little more affordable in there. So, well, that's enough about this. Like I said, I'll have more content on the smoker if people are kind of interested on details about it. But until then, I'm going to get a fire going in this thing, and I'll check back in with you.